Bring on board Mr. Mayur Milak, who's the Senior Vice President, Auto and Aviation at Asian Market Securities. Great having you here, Mayur. Let me first start off by understanding how large is this? Just give us a sense. Is IndiGo bigger than probably what Pieter Elbers is? Or is the contribution of Pieter Elbers and is the market reaction going to be materially negative as a result of his exit?
So I think, yeah, clearly no doubt that, he's been at the helm of things and pretty much IndiGo has grown under his leadership. His main responsibility, as we are told, was certainly to get their international routes expanded. And they have pretty much done this ahead of time. So no doubt he was a performing asset for them. But having said that, I think clearly IndiGo comes as a very hard-hitting professional company. They've always been like one. And if I recall well, way back in 2018, when Aditya Ghosh had resigned, there was a similar thing. Then this was the same time when Rahul Bhatia came in as the interim CEO till they found a new CEO. So I believe that internally they have all their systems sorted pretty well. They have been a company of best practices so far. We've never seen any hanky-panky stuff as far as the administration of the company is concerned. So clearly, yes, I think jitter, but I wouldn't really, take it as a super negative for the performance of the company as far as the operations are concerned.
Mayur, does it also, sends a message across to all industry that even if you have a market share of 60%, if you don't have a risk management in place and you put the entire system at risk, there will be some heads that will be rolled out, and government is sending that message in its own way.
I think that should be fair for the consumers, right? I mean, yes, the whole country is dependent on you as far as the aviation industry is concerned, right? So I wouldn't say that this is a direct government action. We don't know about that, so very difficult to comment on that at this point. The government action certainly has been taken in the last couple of months, but no doubt the December fiasco was huge, something that we've never witnessed in the past, not for IndiGo, not for the country. So clearly, if this comes as a reaction to that, then yes, we can say that the government has kind of let out its own message. But I wouldn't really be sure whether this is largely driven by a government force or an internal assessment.
And Mayur, I'm just trying to quantify. So stock has become 2.5x under Pieter Elbers' leadership. And thereafter, what we've seen is that the stock has in fact come off from the highs quite substantially. So from 6,300, 6,200 odd, the stock currently trades at around 4,200 to 4,500. That's the kind of band it's currently playing. A correction here would mean that the stock really slips, maybe 20 times earnings 1 year forward. Does it look extremely attractive? Therefore, how do you rate it?
Yes, so I think in our opinion, see, to be very honest, if I just have to put out a comparison, as you rightly pointed, the stock is down more than 30% since December, since its peak. If at all there is a negative correction today, I would say that, operationally they are very well placed. We've seen crude also come down quite sharply at that sub 90 levels. And looking at the peers at where they stand at this point and the operational capability of InterGlobe Aviation, I would suggest that this is a great buying opportunity. No two things about that.
Okay. Mayur, great to have you on the show, and thanks for joining in with that quick take on InterGlobe Aviation.
Thank you.